Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, this is another story time. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up, comment down below, and don't forget to follow me on all my socials, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at LifeWithSymone, and follow my business page at Brishari. Y'all, I don't know why in the beginning I was forgetting, like, what was I supposed to say? But anyway, let's get straight into this video, y'all. I'm still annoyed with the quality. Oh, I gotta find a camera tech person to fix my quality. But anyway, let's get into this video. Alright y'all, this the video story time. Y'all been asking for the issue, the get down with the Pizza Hut when I got into it with the whole Pizza Hut. And y'all, this is a crazy story because it was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? And this is no shade to Pizza Hut because I still love them. But this location had your girl messed up. So anyway, I'm gonna give y'all a full story because then I'm gonna tell y'all about the beginning of my day because I was having a bad day that day. So this is probably why I took it too far because I'm gonna be honest. I did play a part in this. So anyway, earlier that day, I had just got out of school. This when I was in college. I had just got out of class or whatever. And I was going to the beauty supply on Crenshaw and Imperial so I could go get me something for my hair because I was about to do me a new little hairstyle. I was going to do me a new sew-in. So anyway, I went over there to get something. Maybe some cellophane something because that's when I used to just play with colors and stuff like that. So anyway, I went over there, and as I was leaving, it was this dude. He was talking to this girl the whole time in the store, like following her around, talking to her. I thought they was together, but they wasn't together. I just realized he was just trying to get her number. So when she left out and I'm in line, I'm about to leave out, he was just like, oh, okay, like, how you doing, whatever, try to like talk to me. But it's like, dude, even though I was single, it's like, dude, I just see you following this lady around. Like, I don't want none of them issues. I'm cool. So I don't know, I really kind of just brushed him off, just like, I'm fine, and kept walking, like power walking to my car. I ended up getting in my car, I sat there for a little minute, drove off, right? As I'm driving off, I noticed this car behind me, like, doing the same thing I'm doing. They've been following me for too long because I was about to go to a whole nother beauty supply because they didn't have what I was looking for. So I peeped this car, they doing what I'm doing. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm thinking I'm tripping. So I'm like, let me get over and get back over just to see. So I do it, they doing it too, but they trying to get on the side of me. So I'm like, what the hell? So now I'm driving a little crazy trying to get away, y'all, because in my head, I'm thinking like, I don't know why I be so paranoid. And even though it's like, girl, what ops? Around then I did have ops, but I'm thinking like, not the ops trying to get me, like, you know. And then I finally came to my senses and thought about it, like, Symone, who's gonna be chasing you down? At this point, I didn't have like, I had beef with people. I didn't have beef with people that would be out in the streets ready to whoop my ass like that. So I'm like, I have to think about it, I'm like, maybe that's somebody you know trying to get your attention or something. Like, I highly doubt this is somebody that just want to like fight you so bad. So I was like, let me just drive regular. So I'm just driving regular in the car, you know, playing my music. I'm over here playing Sierra Promise because I love that song. So anyway, I'm driving down the street. The car get on side of me and they had 10, I had 10. They rolled the windows down. Why is old dude from the beauty supply? So I rolled the window down like, you know, did I drop my thread on the way out? Like, what do you want? Not that, he don't work at the beauty supply. He was just there. And maybe he was there trying to get numbers because honestly, I didn't see him with no bag at all. So anyway, so I'm like, what? Like, you know, like, rolled the window down, like, waiting for him to speak. So he was just like, oh, what's up? Like, you left too fast before I could get your number. Like, can I get your name and number? So I'm like, mind you, we at a red light right now. So I'm like, oh, no, I'm in a relationship. I have a boyfriend or whatever. So he said the same line, you know that line that they saw all the boys in middle school in the locker room because ain't no way y'all all just know this line. Your boyfriend don't let you have friends. Like, come on now, be for real. Why would my man want me to have friends with random dudes that's attracted to me? Like, let's be for real. So I'm like, no, and I just laughed. So he's like, man, stop playing, let me get your number. Like, he just, you know, wouldn't stop. He talking, ask for the number. So I'm just like, no, mind you, I always wear a ring. I don't have it on a ring on right now, but I always wear a ring on my left hand on my ring finger. And that's because I'm left-handed, one, so I just like everything on this side. And then two, I don't know, I just like wearing rings on this finger. So people automatically always assume I'm either engaged or married anyway. Like, people on here be asking me that when they see my ring. They be like, I be seeing your ring. It's like, no, I don't know why I just like to wear rings on that finger. Like, I don't know, I just always did, even since I was like younger. So anyway, so I was like, I'm married. Like, I showed the ring, like, I'm married or whatever. So he was like, you married? What the fuck you talking to me for? Sir, I don't know if this is Twilight Zone, opposite day or something, but did I chase you down in traffic? I'm confused. So yeah, he's like, what the fuck you talking to me for? He was all like, so you ain't gonna give me your number? So I'm just like, no. So he was like, fuck you then, you raccoon looking ass bitch. I was like, wow, I laughed. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm thinking like, dang, I probably do got some bags under my eyes. Because y'all already know. I was outside and going to school. So, you know, the sleep wasn't really my thing. So I'm thinking, laughing to myself, like, he is funny. Like, you know, like, okay. So after that, we like passed the red light. We still driving or whatever. He ends up getting behind me. Like, he slowed down. And I'm thinking like, okay, he gonna turn off to bust a U-turn and go back to the beauty supply to get girls. You know, that shopping center be popping. So, that's what I'm thinking he doing. Y'all, why he get behind me? This boy is driving. This not even a boy. This is a grown man. He's driving behind me like, what's that called? He riding my ass. What's it called? You know, when you like fishtail? No, I can't think of it. But he driving so close to me. He honking the horn. He doing the most. So I'm thinking like, what he want now? Like, what is you trying to scare me off the road? Like what? I don't understand what's wrong with him. So I ended up getting over to the side to go to the turning lane. I'm like, I'm just about to turn off this street because this nigga's weird. So I get in the turning lane. Y'all, he drive past me and was like, fuck you then, bitch, and tried to throw something at my car, but it did not connect. Like these bitches swings, it did not connect. But anyway, it didn't connect. So I'm just like, the fuck? I'm still in my car minding my business, singing Promise. I'm over here in my head pretending that my back is up against the wall and I'm swaying my hips. Boy, you're not bothering me none. Anyway, so I end up going, let me fast forward to when I got home. That kind of threw me off. It didn't bother me, but it threw me off. So I'm like, maybe I suppressed that anger and then I released it to the Pizza Hut lady. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, later on, fast forward, we at home. Mind you, it's Friday. So Friday in our household, it looks the same. Like this one, I'm living at my grandma and grandpa's house. And you know, old people, they be like in a routine of things. So on Fridays, we either eating fish or we eating pizza. Unless I come up with something different. Because my grandma be like, I don't know, I don't care what we eat. And my grandpa, because we all have a little discussion. What we eating? And then he end up picking because we both be like, I don't know. Like, I miss having people pick my food for me and pay for it. But yeah, so my grandpa wanted fish. Like, he was asking us, we doing the whole little I don't know thing. He getting irritated. I don't know why we do this every night. So he's like, y'all want some fish? Mind you, the fish was good as hell. Y'all already know, to get the best fried fish, you gotta go to a fish market in the hood. This fish market that we went to, this one was deep in the trenches, and this one somebody just got popped there like 2 days ago. So I'm just like, you know what? And I know he's gonna want me to go pick it up. And I ain't really trying to go over there. That, I swear, at that fish market, it's like you dodging bullets. Like, it be insane. I hated picking up food from there, but the food was so fucking good, bro. So I'm like, you know what? Because I didn't want to go up over there. And plus, they have you sitting for a cool minute. They don't answer their phone. So you got to go order and you got to wait for them. And they be packed because they good. So I'm like, I'm trying to do my hair. I ain't got time for that. So I was like, you know what? Let's get pizza. So he's like, oh yeah, pizza sound good. We had pizza in so long. We had pizza last Friday. No, I'm just kidding. We had fish last Friday. I don't know what we had, but whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, let's get pizza. So he was like, all right, around this time, order it. This is what we want, right? So fast forward, time comes to where it's time for me to order the pizza. So I called Pizza Hut. And I'm like, can I get a large pepperoni pizza and another large pizza with, you know, all the little toppings, sausage, stuff like that, all up on there. And I'm like, and some wings and a soda. So she was like, okay, that's it. Like, but mind you, when she kind of answered, she already had like a little attitude. So she like, okay, that's it. So I'm like, yeah, that's all. I'm like, but we have a coupon. My grandpa used to, don't play. Tell them about the damn coupon. So I'm like, oh yeah, I have a coupon. Can I use that? She like, what is the coupon for? So I'm like, the coupon is for, like, it was like you buy 2 pizzas and get a drink for free. So I was like, the 2 pizzas and the drink for free. So she was like, why you didn't say that in the beginning? You said it like you wanted to pay for the drink. So I'm like, oh, my bad. Like, you know, just put the coupon code in. The drink is going to pop up for free. Bitch, stop playing with me. So I'm like, oh, my bad. So she was like, okay, so let me do it all over. Girl, you know you have to do it all over. Punch the coupon in. I don't know how they register look, but I'm pretty sure it's something that probably wasn't that hard. Like, she act like I just told her, you know what? Can you make the pizza set on fire? Like, when it comes, I want it to be burning. Like, she acting like I asked her some way out shit. Girl, it's a damn coupon. Y'all pass them out like fucking hotcakes at IHOP on free pancake day. Y'all have coupons for days. So I told her, so she like, can I get the order over? So I'm like, okay. Hold on. So I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting there quiet. Next thing you know, she like, hello? You told me to hold on. So I'm like, yeah. She was like, can I get the order? So I'm like, oh, my bad. So I'm like, can I have a large pepperoni pizza, the other large Supreme or whatever the fuck it's called, and the free soda with the coupon, and some wings. So she was like, okay, what soda do you want? And I was like, oh, could we get the Pepsi or whatever? I don't know. Maybe I did say that. Yeah, they like that over there. So I'm like, could we get the Pepsi? So she was like, okay. So I'm like, thank you. She was like, So I'm like, how long is the wait? Because she sounded like she was going to hang up. So I'm like, how long? She was like, you should be expecting in, like, she said, like 30, 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. I don't know. Basically, that's when it should be done. I should be seeing the Pizza Hut man at the house. 45 minutes, right? Tops. So I'm like, okay, thank you. She hung up. Beep. I'm like, must be a busy Friday. So anyway, I'm chilling, taking out my weave, doing what I'm doing. Next thing you know, I'm realizing time going by. My grandpa was like, did you ever order the pizza? So I'm like, oh yeah, I ordered it. She said 45 minutes, like 35 minutes ago. So he was like, okay. So I'm just waiting. You know, I'm paying attention to the time now. So I'm like, okay, hold on. At this point, it's been an hour. You know, so I'm thinking like any minute now, any day now, that ghetto ass fucking Pizza Hut driver is gonna pull up. And the reason why I call him ghetto is because I mentioned before in my story times, y'all, because we was very frequent Pizza Hut orderers from this location. He pull up, he have his music bumping, he pull in the driveway. It's not wrong with pulling in the driveway. You ain't gotta find street parking, but even though it's plenty of it. But yeah, he pull in the driveway, music bumping, walk up to the door on the phone, loud as hell. Like, he's just do too much. So I'm thinking like, you know, any minute now, any day now. Mind you, my room is not in the front of the house, so it's not like I'm gonna hear him pull up, no way. So anyway, yeah, time go by. I'm like, okay. At this point, it's been like a good hour 15. So I'm like, should have been here by now. So my grandma's like, Moni, did you call? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call and follow up and see like what's going on. So I call. I'm like, hello? Like, you know, I called them. They like, Pizza Hut, please hold. So I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting there. Next thing you know, she come back. She like, how can I help you? So I'm like, hi, I placed the order. Let me finish. I'm like, hi, I placed the order about an hour and some change ago. I'm like, and I was just seeing if it's ready or if it's on the way, like what's going on. Did I say delivery or did I say pickup? Like, I'm trying to see because maybe I messed up. So she was like, you said delivery. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So I just wanted to see if it's on the way or what's going on. Your pizza will be there soon. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, so is it out for delivery now or like am I still waiting for it to be finished? So she like, it's out for delivery. So I was like, okay. I was just calling like, thank you. So like, what's the estimate? Because at this point you get on my nerves, so now I'm gonna irritate you by asking you more questions. So I'm like, so what's the estimate? It should be here because you guys said like 45 minutes. It's been like an hour and some change. Give it another 15. So I'm like, 15 minutes? So I'm like, oh, okay. Mind you, I think if they did had a little thing like after a certain while should be free. But mind you, I ain't mentioned this yet. So I was like, okay, thank you. Beep, beep, beep. She hang up. So I'm like, rude ass bitch. So I go tell them like, okay, they said another 15 minutes, right? A hot 30 roll around. A hot 30. And only reason why I didn't call, because I was going to call right at 15 because bitch hadn't picked up, was because, like I said, I'm taking out my hair, I'm doing all this other stuff, so I'm not really paying attention. So I ended up calling back, and I'm just like, you know, this ringing. So I was like, hello? Mind you, you know at Pizza Hut, they have caller ID, and I'm calling from the house phone. So my grandparents' name is popping up. The house number is popping. They know that this is me. So I call, and it was like, Pizza Hut, please hold. So I'm like, okay. So I'm holding, and you know, the whole time I'm just holding. And after a while, when I realized I was listening to, have you signed up for our rewards? If you are a Pizza Hut member, you could get discounts and coupons sent to you in the mail. I'm here. I realized like, wait, I've heard this too many times. This lady ain't came back to the phone. So I hang up. I call right back. Well, let's just say hang up, and I called right back. So I called right back, and she like, I said, no, I'm calling to check up on my pizza because it's been almost 2 hours now. So she was like, what? Y'all, I'm like, what? I'm confused. This check is in like, I'm calling her personal house phone, her personal cell. So I'm like, yeah. So she was like, what? So I said, I placed the order at such and such time. You know, I'm not saying it too much with an attitude because at this point, she still got to bring the food. So I'm like, I placed the order at, well, not her, but you know. So I placed the order at such and such time. You guys tell me 45 minutes. Then you tell me an additional 15. Now it's been way over that time. You know, so I'm saying it to her. So she was like, your pizza is out for delivery already. So I said, at this point, I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, so since it's this much, you know, like it's longer than the estimated wait time, I'm like, it should be free, right? Free? I'm like, yeah, it should be, it should be free, right? Mind you, we didn't pay online or whatever. We was going to pay cash when he came. So I'm like, it should be free. She was like, the pizza ain't going to be free. What? So I'm like, didn't you guys say like, because at this point you getting on my nerves, I'm gonna get on yours. So I'm like, didn't you guys say like after a while, like, you know, it's free, like, basically, because they did say that they used to do that shit. So she was like, we don't do that no more. We don't do that no more. So I was like, okay, there's no need to get no attitude. So I'm like, can you call the driver and see where he at? Because at this point, we should cancel it. She's like, oh, you want to cancel it? You want to cancel it? So I'm like, oh, this bitch, she got me fucked up. So I'm like, is it a way you could call the driver and see where he at? Like, how much longer? He should be there any minute now. He should be there any minute now. If you don't want the fucking pizza, then just cancel it. We could call him and tell him to bring it back. Oh, fucking pizza. Girl, hold on. It's a pepperoni and a supreme. Don't do that. So I'm like, what? So she was like, yeah, if you don't want the pizza, then you could da-da-da-da. Like, she was just talking shit. And I'm just like, am I hearing this right? Because what's wrong with her? So I'm like, oh, it's no need for all of that. Like, you ain't got to yell. Like, you ain't got to talk all crazy to me. I'm like, yeah, how about you call him and tell him to cancel it? But at this point, I'm thinking like, ooh, don't do that, because then you're going to have to drive to the other Pizza Hut and place a whole nother order. But, yeah. So she was like, oh, I will call him. It's nothing. It's nothing. What do you mean? Why are you talking to me like this? I'm so confused at this point. Like, do I know this bitch? Because what's wrong with her? But I ain't getting a voice. I don't know her. But I'm thinking like, what's up with her? So she was like, it's nothing. Stop fucking calling. Stop fucking calling. Your pizza will be there in a little bit. Stop fucking calling. Excuse me? What the fuck? I'm confused. So I was like, what? Like, I'm irritated. She like, stop fucking calling. Your pizza would be there in a little bit. Stop fucking calling us. And da-da-da-da. Like, she just talking shit. So I'm like, bitch, who the fuck are you talking to? She's like, I'm talking to you, bitch. What's up? Y'all. I said, hold up. At this point, I had to look at the phone like, did you call Pizza Hut? Because, Symone, who are you on the phone with? So I was like, what's up? She's like, yeah, what's up, bitch? I know where you stay at. Hold up. I'm thinking like, this bitch, she do know where I stay at. She ain't lying, because they got the address. So she's like, I know where you stay at. So I said, bitch, I'll come to your job right now. Stop playing with me. She was like, come, bitch, stop playing with me. Y'all. And I'm just taken back because I'm like, oh, hold on. Hold the fuck on. So she was like, pull up. If you want to pull up, pull up. She was like, again, like I said, I know where you stay at. So I said, oh, bitch, you got to get off work sometime. And she was like, I know where you stay. She just kept saying she knew where I stay. I said, oh, she means business. You know? So I'm like, dang. At this point, this is a fight that I'm ready to handle. So I was like, okay. I was like, all right, I see you. I see you. So we going back and forth. And next thing you know, she's like, stop fucking calling her. She hung up the phone because clearly people probably calling and she ain't got time to argue with me. So I'm irritated. At this point, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go up to Pizza and beat this bitch up. So I'm irritated. I'm like, oh, she got me fucked up. As I'm in the room pressing back and forth, like, oh, I'm about to go to Pizza Hut. Let me go ahead. Track's halfway out, but I'm about to go ahead, pin my hair up, and put a scarf on, because this bitch, she got me fucked up right now. So, next thing you know, I hear the doorbell. My grandma screaming out, Mo, need a Pizza Hut? The pizza man is here. It probably was about like 5 minutes. So, I'm like, oh, okay, let me go see. So, I'm irritated. My grandpa give me the money. I go to the door. I'm hot. I'm hot. Answer the door. And I was like, what took y'all so long? Mind you, I got an attitude because yo fucking coworker just cussed me the fuck out. Said she knows where I live. She gonna beat me up. So I'm like, what took y'all so long? So he was like, girl, we is backed up over there. We backed up. We got a lot going on. Da 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 da. He talking shit. So I was like, at this point, the pizza should be free. And he was like, don't do that. Don't do what? He was like, don't do that. He was like, because he was like, don't do that. He was like, because if you don't pay for this pizza, I'm gonna have to pay for it out of my pocket, and I'm not doing that no more. And I can't take that no more. Like, no, I'm not working for free. Why are you yelling at me? I'm thinking like, oh, this whole Pizza Hut establishment want animosity. We be tipping y'all. What's up with you? Like, why you acting like you ain't never got a tip from me before? Well, from my grandma, or grandpa, whoever the hell. Well, grandpa, because it wasn't me paying. So I was all like, and I was like, is there a manager in tonight? Because I'm like, oh, I'm going to get this bitch fired too. I'm like, is there a manager in tonight? He was all like, why? What happened? Why are you talking to me like this? So he's like, why? What happened? And I said, because the girl at Pizza Hut is very rude. I'm like, who's answering the phone? What's her name? So he told me her name. He said, oh, let's just say her name is like Abigail. He like, oh, Abigail? I said, yeah. I said, she very rude. She talking about she know where I live and she gonna beat me up. He said, now listen, she would come to your house. I said, what? I said, what? He was like, oh no. He said, here she go. He was like, these bitches be getting me in shit. These bitches be getting me in so much shit. I'm tired of these bitches. And I was all like, what happened? Like, you know, because at this point, like, what's going on? He was like, they want to talk shit. They want to be rude. He was like, and then they get into it with people. He was like, and I got to come to their house. He was like, you see this here? I got a black fucking eye. Mind you, he did have a black eye and I peeped it, but I thought, you know, maybe you know the way he be pulling, I don't think this nigga get into shit on the weekend. So I'm like, how you get a black eye? Because we going back and forth. I already hand my grandma the pizza, like, here, take this. I'm talking to him. I'm like, how you get a black eye? He was like, because she want to talk shit, calling people, and they calling and asking for their order and stuff like that. They don't put the order, they don't start cooking the pizza when they supposed to. They just be waiting, playing around up in there. He was like, so they take forever, then they want to get into it with people and threaten them and talk crazy to people. They was like, and then when either people would come up there and try to fight them and they want to call the police, they was like, or I would go to the people's house and this man, he said, this man beat my ass and took the pizza. I was like, not to be laughing, it's not funny. So I said, what? He was like, he sucked me in the eye, took my pizza, and said, I'll come up there and do it again. And he was like, and I told him I ain't the one who was on the phone with you. So let me talk regular. So he like, I told him I ain't the one that was on the phone with you. So I'm like, what? I said, that is crazy. I said, you didn't report it to the manager. He said, the manager? He said, he's like, baby, that's a franchise. So I was like, there's no manager? He said, her whole family worked there. That is family owned. It's a franchise. So I said, you didn't report it to corporate? He said, corporate? I said, why do you still work there? He said, where do you want me to work? I'm confused. I don't know. Domino's be hiring too. Why is you saying it as if... Boy, I'm just asking. You okay, so you okay with getting your ass beat and having to pay out of pocket for people pizzas then, I guess. So he was like, I'm just tired of these bitches. That's why I said one day they gonna get their ass beat. I'm tired of these bitches. I'm tired of Abigail's bitch ass. Like, I'm tired of her. So I was all like, okay. I'm like, well, what she look like? He was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. He was like, but just leave it alone. He was like, because she'll send her goons to your house and she don't play. Like, they real messy up there. Like, they don't play. Like, they is like... all this, he telling me this shit. And I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I don't care. Fuck her. Like, he's like, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. You got your food. Mind you, this the only reason why we took the food is because clearly I got into it with her. Food was already out for delivery. It was cold. We had to warm it up, but it's all good. So he was like, yeah, just I was like, I'm gonna report it to corporate. He was like, yeah, just report it to corporate. Like, report it. He was like, we get so many reports, they still ain't did nothing about it. He was like, so hopefully they do something about it and shut them down. I don't know. He was like, but where the fuck I'm gonna work at? But I'm tired of these bitches. I promise you, I'm tired of them. He was like, and then I go back in there and I try to say something about how I'm getting done. He was like, and they try to send, you know, they men to bully me. He was all like, and they be trying to beat my ass and all this. And he was like, I'm just tired of this shit. And I'm thinking like, so like switching locations is not an option for you. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's not even, Pizza Hut is not that far. Like, I don't know. I don't know. So I was like, that's great. He's like, well, let me go deliver these rest of these pizzas for somebody beat my ass again tonight. So I was like, okay. He leave, right? So we warm our pizzas. I'm telling my grandma and grandpa what happened. He was like, that's crazy. Like, we'll just call corporate tomorrow. Like, you know, we'll call or whatever like that. So I'm like, yeah, we're going to call. So I'm eating my pizza and I'm just irritated, y'all. I couldn't let it go. I could not let it go. I couldn't let it go. Oh my God, which I should have just let this shit go. So I'm in the room doing my hair and I'm just like, I'm gonna call back. I'm gonna call back. He told me to let it go and I did it. So anyway, I called back. So it was like, Pizza Hut, please hold. They kept putting me on hold. So I'm like, oh, I'm finna blow their phone. I'm like, oh, I'm finna tag they lineup. Like, I'm gonna call from, but it's Pizza Hut. They probably got a million lines at once. I'm like, I'm gonna call from my house phone and my cell phone. But yeah, but then I was like, ooh, wait. I thought about it. I'm like, I don't want them to have my cell phone number. So I ended up calling from the house phone guy. I just kept calling. I call, hang up, call, hang up, call, hang up. Because I don't know, I'm petty or something. I don't know. So I called. Finally, she answered. And she was like, bitch, you got your pizza. What you want? I want you. I was like, bitch, you weird as fuck, Abigail. You weird as fuck, Abigail. I'm just saying her name, right? And she was all like, bitch, don't you? She was like, oh, you gonna call corporate? You're gonna call corporate? So I'm thinking like, this snitch ass nigga. You did not. Why would you go back and what? Tell me, oh, this raggedy ass bitch said she gonna call corporate on you? Tracks hanging out her head. I'm like, this is a snitch. She was like, oh, you gonna call corporate? You gonna call corporate on me? She was like, yeah, I'll come to your house tomorrow. So I was like, oh, I'll come to your job tonight. She was like, come. She was like, and my brothers is gonna beat your ass. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna come. I was like, I'm gonna come up there. And she was like, yeah, so we going back and forth, like going back and forth or whatever, cussing each other out, whatever. So then she ended up hanging up in my face. So y'all, I'm texting people because he said they deep up in there. So I'm texting people trying to see like who finna come with me to Pizza Hut to beat this bitch up. They deep and we might need backup, you know. So I'm trying to see. I'm texting people telling me like, Symone, it's not that deep. Yes, it is. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? They like, it's not that deep or whatever. Like, oh my God. I was so mad because the girl named Tanya, What ain't her Tanya or Toya? I don't know. I always mess up. But she would have been down to go, but she wasn't even at home. I'm like, dang. She should would have been down to go too, but she wasn't home. I don't know where she was at. She probably was with her dude. She wasn't answering. So I'm texting everybody. Nobody replying. My cousin. Everybody like, girl, no. What the fuck is wrong with you? So I'm so irritated. I could not let it go. I was so annoyed. I was like, I'm about to go up there, right? I just want to stake out the place. So my grandpa told me, like, Symone, you better not go there, like, da-da-da. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just going to the store. Y'all, why I go? And the Pizza Hut's in a parking lot with a liquor store. So I'm at the liquor store parking lot. I'm just seeing, you know, really pretty much Pizza Man going in and out. I'm like, I just want to see what this bitch look like. Because you said you're going to come to my house tomorrow. I need to see, like, a lot of random people walk down our street. I need to see, like, who I need to just take off on, because I can't just be sitting there outside and smiling at people that walk down the street and then somebody bop me upside the head and be like, yeah, bitch, that's for that pepperoni. So I gotta be on point, you know. But then I was sitting there, as I was sitting there, and mind you, this is in the hood. So as I was sitting there, I started to realize, one, girl, people get popped at the liquor store all the time. You better get up out of here. Two, this is weird. Sometimes I do stuff and I think like, Symone, this is weird of you. Go home. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Just let it go. So I went home, right? I told my mom about it. I just couldn't let it go, right? So the next day rolled around, my grandpa called corporate. They end up issuing a refund and sending like some credits for like free pizza for a large, not like a super large amount, but like a cool amount, whatever. They're like, oh, we're gonna investigate. I'm pretty sure that pizza is still owned by the same fucking people. So anyway, so I went on Google and I left a review. Let me go ahead and pull up my Google review. Hold on. Hey y'all, so I found my review. Y'all, I had to go, because I thought I had a screenshot of my phone, but I didn't. But I had to go to that location on Google and click reviews. So yeah, don't judge me. Anyway, so I said, I love Pizza Hut, but my experience with this store was very unprofessional. My pizza came 2 hours later, cold and undercooked. It was undercooked though, and it was cold. I said, I called the store to resolve the issue, and the ladies was very rude. She told me it's my fault, and if I try to return the pizza, she would call the police on me. I said this. I said, lady, this is very unprofessional. She told me, so what, and I could meet her outside, which she did. In so many words, she said she gonna beat my ass. She then told me I was a bum looking for a handout. You know what, she didn't say all that, but she did say I need to stop trying to get pizza for free. It ain't that expensive. Yeah, but yeah, I said in my own words. I was so sad and I couldn't sleep at night. So I tried to start fresh the next day. She told me I need to stop calling before it be a problem, which she did. I kept calling. I'm so disgusted with the behavior of these individuals. Oh yeah, the driver is a very sweet man who don't deserve to work with animals. Y'all. They acting like animals. Oh, I'm not sitting on. He was kind of sweet, sorta. But y'all, I was gonna put in there how he got beat up, but I was like, you know what, that's not my business. And I placed the review right there so y'all can see it. But y'all, yeah, that's how y'all see it's no cap in my rap. Like I said, she's told me to stop calling because I was blowing up. I was calling them down. She told me she didn't say meet me outside, but you know I had to say it in a, she said I'm a your ass, but she did tell me that, y'all. So anyway, left my review, whatever. So it's like the next day, right? And I'm with my mom and I'm telling her about what happened, and she was just like, well, do you want to go up there? Y'all, it's like, you can't be a hothead. If I'm being a hothead, you gotta pour some water on me, because it ain't gonna work out if two people is on some bullshit. So I was just like, you know what, yeah, like we should go up in there, right? So we end up going to Pizza Hut. Why I'm like dumb or something, it's something wrong with me, because why I'm thinking like she gonna know who I am. So I walked in and I was like, what did I name her? Abigail? I'm like, is Abigail here? So it's a whole different shift because it's daytime. So they was like, no, like, how can I help you? Like, so I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Because it's like, I do got beef with other people here, but my main beef is with you, Abigail. So I'm like, you know what, it's cool. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna just come back later. Y'all, I didn't end up going back later. I let it go. But what I did, not really, it took me like a week, because y'all, somebody was playing on the phone and I was thinking it was them. So I ended up calling them back, but they just kept placing me on hold and hanging up in my face. So I was just like, you know what, it's all good. For a cool minute, we start going to a whole different location, Pizza Hut, but we start going back. Yeah, because the other location didn't deliver to our house, so we would have to drive there. But yeah, y'all, and what a time. She had me, and I don't know, like, still to this day, I low-key want to go up there. Like, I'm just who want to go with me since she got her goals? She never sent nobody to my house though. Maybe she do send them to some people's house, I don't know, but she didn't send them to mine. So yeah, but I don't know. I ain't never seen no goons pull up. Abigail ain't never pulled up, and that was that. But that's how it happened. The Pizza Hut, like, I don't know what's wrong with her. And like I said, I think it's still owned by them. I should really go read the other reviews just to see. Let me see, just to see any like recent reviews. I clicked on this review from a year ago. So look, I'm gonna just go to this one part of the review. It said, I didn't even get acknowledged when I came in to pick up and was bullied by the representative. Why? I'm telling y'all, I'm not playing no games. Look at this. Hold on, y'all can't see. Bullied, because she will bully you. She gonna talk to you crazy and tell you she gonna beat your ass and stop playing with her. Stop calling this fucking place like you calling her phone. She acting like she a parent and you calling her son late night. Like, it just brung back middle school all over again. When you calling a boy house and his mom be like, hey, don't be calling my phone this late. You know, she really be just getting at you crazy. She think that she gonna scare you and tell you like, yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass, and you gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna wait however long. The pizza come tomorrow, it come tomorrow. No, girl, you picked the wrong motherfucking one, girl. And if you watching this, you know who you are. Abigail is not her real name, by the way, BTW. But if this sound familiar and you franchise a Pizza Hut in LA, this is for you. Let me stop, but no, for real. But anyway, that's it for this story. I had to go ahead and tell y'all because I kept mentioning it, and y'all got me mad all over again. And you know what? I'm gonna call my grandma and I'm gonna say, let's order a pizza. I know I told y'all the video was over, but I'm back because why I'm reading this other review I left for the KFC on Krishan Imperial. If you know, they rude too. Y'all, why I'm reading the review? Bitch, I'm annoying, and no, I don't only leave bad reviews. Why? I leave good reviews too. But look, this is the review I left for that one. I said I went to this store, and I remember this day so vividly because my grandma wanted me to go to KFC, and she wanted the promotion with the free cake. Get your dog. She wanted the promotion with the free cake, and I was like, whatever. And we went through the drive-thru. Okay, anyway, let me read it. So I went to the store to get a meal and a promotion with the free cake. I'm gonna not say her name. Blank, the shift supervisor, was very rude. While ordering, she had an attitude and advised me, we don't do nothing for free, you better pay up. I was very upset because I was speaking to her calm. I got to the window and showed her the coupon, and she tossed it and said, no. Bitch, I'm annoying. At this point, I was upset and advised her the coupon expires on October 31st, and today is October 24th. She told me she do not care, nothing is free, and to talk to her manager. The manager didn't say much, calmly told me the store didn't participate. I thank this kind man. Blank, on the other hand, was not having it. KFC need to have a class on customer service. I thought the customer was always right, but not in Blank eyes. I really hope this girl become more at peace because her attitude was very nasty. Bro, not me being a snitch. Not me being a Karen. I remember that day because she had me up and my grandma was like, Symone, it's okay. I said, no, grandma. Like, she was in the passenger. I said, no, grandma. And I said, look here, this coupon. And I was so mad because I was talking to her calm. I'm like, oh no, but I'm like, yeah, but this coupon, it says this, and then y'all sent it to the house. She was like, I don't care. She didn't say we don't do nothing for free though, but she in so many words she said we don't pass. She's like, oh, we don't give stuff for free. We don't give free items here. Mind you, I know that location people do probably come in and ask for like, oh, can I have a free piece of chicken or something? I don't know, but girl, I didn't say, oh, can I get this whole meal for free? We just want the free cake. I had to take my grandma to Food for Less and get her a big cake that I wasn't gonna help her eat. So they should have just gave me that little ass cake. And my grandma was like, we'll just pay for the cake. I said, no, we won't. The manager, it wasn't even really the manager, y'all. But anyway, let me stop. I was gonna say my Karen days are over, but they're not because I had an issue at a Chipotle. Wait, what the? I had an issue with the laundromat? Bro, I'm not reading no more of my reviews. That's it. That's all. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all on my next one.